Hola everyone, my name is Maggie Lewers and I'm a junior at Colorado State University, but I'm currently studying abroad in Buenos Aires, Argentina, doing the intensive Spanish language program with the CEA Study Abroad program. I am studying at the University of Belgrano. I am here talking to you all about the public transportation system in Buenos Aires. When I first arrived in Buenos Aires, I was very nervous to have to take public transportation because I'd never really taken it in my life. And I was also in a huge city and I didn't speak the language very well. But I'm here to tell you all that the system is actually very easy to understand and you all have nothing to worry about. So, to start things off, I have 4 main ways in which you all can get around the city of Buenos Aires. The first one is Collectivos, or the buses in Buenos Aires. These are going to be your easiest and fastest ways to get around the city. Collectivos are super awesome because they go to pretty much any neighborhood and a lot of the main avenues in which you're going to want to go to throughout Buenos Aires. They come about every 5 to 10 minutes and they're pretty cheap to ride. Your next best option for navigating throughout Buenos Aires is the subte, or the subway underground. This is also a really fast option, pretty cheap as well, but the only bad thing about the subte is during the summer it gets really hot and there's always a lot of people, so it can get really crowded. So I would still suggest taking a Collectivo over a subte, but both are great options for getting anywhere within the city. Your third option is going to be taxis. Taxis are really awesome if 1, you get lost, 2, you're out at night, and 3, you're kind of just too lazy to take a Collectivo or a subte. Taxis work the same as in the United States, but they're a little bit cheaper here, which is really nice, especially if you share a cab with someone else. The last major option that you have for transportation throughout the city of Buenos Aires is, of course, walking. I wouldn't necessarily say that Buenos Aires is a walkable city, but many of the main neighborhoods that you're going to be hanging out in, such as Belgrano or Palermo, are fairly walkable. Also, having the Collectivos and the subte makes everything pretty close together, so if you get off on a stop, it's like 6 or 7 blocks away from your school or a restaurant or a bar, it's not that bad to walk those 6 or 7 blocks. Now, I have 2 of the most important things that you want to take with you anytime you leave your house. The first one and the most important thing you need is your SUBE card. This little blue card is going to get you onto any Collectivo or any subte that you're going to take. You charge this at any kiosco or loteria that you can find around the city, and every Collectivo and subte ride is only a couple pesos. So it's fairly cheap to get around the city. All you need is this little blue card. The next thing that I would recommend you taking anywhere you go in Buenos Aires is the guillotine. This little booklet has every route of every Collectivo that runs throughout the city and a bunch of little maps with grids so you can find which Collectivos are nearest you. When you first get the guillotine, it is a little bit confusing to understand, but CEA does a great job of explaining exactly how to use the guillotine, and if you have any further questions, any of the staff members at the study center will definitely take time out of their day to help you out. So, the last thing I would recommend is if you are incredibly lost and you don't know how to get around, I would just recommend walking up to any friendly-looking porteño or person that lives here and asking them how to get to where you're going. Porteños are really friendly when you ask them in Spanish, even if it's broken Spanish, how to get to where you're going. A lot of times they'll even take like 5-10 minutes out of their day in order to show you on a map, on your guillotine, or even walk you to the bus station that you need to take, which is really helpful. All you need to know is some of the main avenues that you're going to be taking and a couple of key words in Spanish, such as right, left, cross, street, anything like that. So that's kind of it that you need to know as far as transportation within Buenos Aires. Always remember your subte, guillotine, The four main ways to navigate throughout the city are collectivos, the subte, taxis, and walking. So, I know that seems like a lot right now, but if I'm able to navigate throughout the city, and honestly I get lost anywhere I go, then you are going to be able to do it too. I'd encourage you all to browse around the CEA WordPress blog some more and look at any of the other destinations that CEA has programs in for studying abroad. Thanks for tuning in.